Jack, how do you reflect on the start to the season, first of all?
Very positive. 2 wins from 2. Can't ask for much more. I think the performances have been strong as well. 2 different kind of opponents in terms of the first game being a team that wanted to kind of sit in and look to hit us on the break, and we nullified that threat very well in the first game, and then the second game being a team that wanted to get after us and put balls in behind and stuff like that, and again nullified their threat. So 2 different games and 2 very good performances.
And the part that you've played in it as well, 2 important appearances off the bench.
Yeah, just nice to be coming on and given a job to do, and similar roles in terms of just bringing some energy and trying to bring some positivity, getting up the pitch, and in both games I've come on trying to win the game and stuff like that. And it's nice that we've won the game late on in both games, and that's what we're about as a team. It's a team that never gives up and always goes right to the end. So I was glad to be on the pitch, really.
I know you'll be keen to start games, obviously, but the gaffer's spoken, and I'm sure he's spoken to the squad as well, about how important the lads coming off the bench are, and we saw it on Saturday. It really kind of strengthened that period towards the end of the game, the impact that the substitutes made.
Yeah, I think obviously everyone wants to start the game and stuff like that, but as we've got trust in the 11 that do start the game and stuff, and then if you're not starting and you're on the bench, you're analysing the game, you're looking at what you can do if you are required to come on the pitch and stuff like that, and then you are given a role to do and instructions to do and stuff like that. And you look at Saturday, the impact that the subs had, like Gibbo, Damola, Sharpie, Gosse. Look at all them, they were very positive when they came on and changed the game for the better, and not in the sense that it wasn't going well beforehand, because the games change in different periods and stuff like that, and I think once we went 1-0 down, there was only one team looking to win it, really, and it was a very positive finish to the game. Yeah.
How do you reflect on things sort of overall then, because you had that really good run towards the end of the season last year, played a massive part in what would go on to be the title win, but then that frustration of just missing that last little bit with the injury?
Up and down, as in, I was playing towards the back end of the season, I was really enjoying it, and then obviously the Colchester game, it kind of everything just got swiped away from me, really. The potential, because obviously at the time there was still a job to do, in them last 2 games, but the chance to kind of be on the pitch and feel the emotion of what was inevitably what happened, that was all just swiped away from me. So that was tough to take, but at the same time, I'm a team player as well. It's not just about me and stuff, and to see the lads go through what they went through in the Bradford game was really nice, really nice moment for them. So it wasn't about me in that moment, but obviously it was frustrating in the sense that had been swiped away from me, but and then it kind of led on to some tough days in the off season when you're in the gym on your own and you can't run, you can't lift heavy weights because you're having to do your rehab and stuff, and that's kind of what my off season consisted of, was in the gym on my own. There were some tough days, and luckily, working with Dave, I was still able to get away, but I just had to make sure there were places I went had a gym. So it was that work-life balance in terms of enjoying yourself, but there's still a bigger picture that I wanted to come back, and I worked really hard in the off season to be back available and on the pitch on the first day, and so far it's been I've been available every day during pre-season. I'm in a sense proud of myself for working hard in the off season to put myself in a position that I was available for the first game of the season.
Yeah, it has certainly paid off, because there weren't necessarily, when you first did the injury, that guarantee that you're going to be back for the start of pre-season, but as you say, you've been involved.
Yeah, no, it was diagnosed as like a 11-12 week injury and stuff, and through the timeline that I kept during the time I did it, I came back 9 weeks and 2 days later and stuff, and that was kind of like the driving force for the days where it was tough. You're thinking about, I've got another session to do on my own. That was the driving force, to be on the pitch, to be with everyone and stuff, and not looking at them training from inside the gym and stuff. That was that's a real big factor for me in terms of getting back. And yeah, so I'm really happy that that's all behind me now and ready to kick on.
I know we've talked a lot, and you've said an awful lot about it's not about you, and you don't like that thing of it being about you. But were you able to take some satisfaction towards the end of the last season? You weren't involved in them last couple of weeks, but the big part that you had played in ultimately getting Rovers to the title.
Maybe there was a bit of time for self-reflection, during the off season. That there was times when I wasn't playing, and then there was times where I felt like I was doing well towards the end of the season and stuff. And so I think because that happened towards the end of the season, I could look back and say that I had played some part, and it's the same as everyone else. Everyone really played the part in whatever type of capacity it was. And so yeah, a bit of self-reflection was that I did play some part in it, and that I could be proud to be a part of it and what we achieved at this football club.
And give you that kind of boost that you are in plans, that you have got a part to play as you make that step up, and that challenge laid down to you to come and make an impact at this level.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the main thing, is the confidence that is given to you. The fact of signing my extension, on the verge of promotion and stuff. To be told that the trust is there with you to step up a league with this football club, and to be wanted at this football club as it transitions into League One and stuff. That's a positive in itself, and something that you can only be very excited about. And it's a matter of taking the opportunity when it comes and going again, really.
Have you found these first couple of games against established League One opposition?
Yeah, I think obviously there was a lot of preparation for the first game. That's kind of how pre-season is. You always got that eye on the first game of the season and stuff. So we had a lot of time to kind of look at what an established League One team is about and stuff like that. And then with being on the bench, you can kind of see it from a different perspective, not being on the pitch and seeing what they're about and stuff like that. And I think it's been very good, the first couple of games in terms of coming up against two established teams and ultimately beating them both, in two different types of ways, but ultimately comfortably.
You've had other changes to get used to over pre-season. Your big mate Tom Anderson moving on. You share cars. What's that been like, and finding yourself a different travel partner and things like that?
One word to describe it is quieter.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and him spent a lot of time together, whether it be driving in, staying over, stuff like that. Just every time we was at the football club, we were together. And he's top man. I learnt so much from him. I've got so much respect for him. What he was like for me. The times when I wasn't playing and stuff, I could lean on him with advice and stuff like that. And he's just no other way to describe him. Just a top man. Yeah.
And how is that? Because people probably goes a bit on the thing that these different routines and things that you've had to deal with, we're changing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it were in my first year there was a different routine in that sense. So it's maybe going a bit back to that, and everyone's got their own routines and stuff like that. It's just about finding what's right for you and stuff like that, and preparing the best way for training every day and for a match day.
Have you found it with the new lads coming in?
Class. New lads come in, all of them settled in really well. I think it's testament to the staff, the lads that they bring in and the lads that are already here. I think you can't walk into an easy change room in terms of how good the lads are, welcoming, positive and talkative with each other, and every single one of them that's come in has just slotted straight in, and it makes it even more familiar for each other and stuff, and everyone just gets on. It's like they've been here 3 years, and it's been 3 months maybe, if that. So it's testament to everyone, yeah.
There's no guarantees with stuff like that from season to season, especially you're getting multiple new faces in. But everybody spoke so highly of the group and how they were together last season. So to continue that must be really positive for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's one of the main things here is everyone's on board with the plan moving forward, and there's always a case of there's no bad eggs. Everyone's singing from the same hymn sheet and stuff, and everyone just gets along really well. That you've got that almost work-life balance where you're having a good time with ultimately your good mates. All of us are good mates and stuff like that. But then when you cross the white line, it's all want to go to war with each other and stuff. And I think that's perfect, and we definitely got the right characters for that.
You've got the characters, but also they've really switched on quickly to how you want to play as a group as well. Those relationships seem to develop really, really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a way of playing here and stuff, and then so I come back to, it's testament to the lads that have come in and picked it up just like that, you know, ready to hit the ground running. And they've all come in sharp, you know, and you know, it's been a demanding pre-season, and they've come back really sharp, and then they've picked up exactly the way we want to play very quickly. So yeah, it's very good.
A brief break from league action. Middlesbrough up next in the Carabao Cup. What are your thoughts on this game as a test?
Yeah, no different to any other game really. You know, what we're about is we go to win every game and stuff, and it's maybe a different type of test in terms of their league status compared to ours, but the plan remains the same. We've got a plan in place to go there and ultimately get through to the next round.